Now, here's a quick one about a wife who's about to get the boot because her social media activity provided her husband everything he needs to do to hammer her in court and the divorce. Title: I got access to my wife's social media and I'm watching an affair happen in real time. He says, so long story short, my wife told me she wanted to leave out of the blue. We had some fights, but in my mind, nothing that was relationship threatening, and usually I would let them go pretty quickly. Well, clearly it was a bigger issue for her. However, after she told me she wanted to leave, her reasons just didn't make any sense. We've been together for 12 years and married for 8. The problems she described were very fixable, and nothing she had brought up as a serious issue before. Then I asked if there was someone else. After non-answers, she finally said yes. So first she denied it, then he prodded and pried, and then she said, okay, yes. But it was just one time, she says, and she wasn't pursuing it and just wanted to live by herself for a while. She agreed to couples counseling as well. Well, it doesn't make a difference if it was one time or 150 times. That's one time too many. We're done. End of story. And remember this one time thing, guys. Keep this in your minds as we go through the story. Well, I had a bad feeling after thinking about it for a while and tried her social media account. It hit me like a ton of bricks when I logged in and found an affair going back a year. Hey, what happened to one time, honey? More of the conversation was deleted prior to that, but the conversation didn't indicate anything physical happened prior. Over that time, there were multiple meetups, but since they aren't in the same state, she lied about the trip, saying that she was just visiting her family and friends. So she's going away on these family trips, but she's off to see the lover. How many times have we heard that one? Constant talking, sexting, sharing photos, talking about the SEX in detail after their meetups upstairs, etc. It is amazing to me the trail that people leave behind, especially pictures and videos of doing certain activities. It was traumatic and heartbreaking, and I was completely devastated. However, after my initial shock, I went through and captured screenshots as much as I can. Good. Get all the proof you can. This is terrible for this guy because he never saw this coming. She's out of town right now and has been seeing him after telling me right before she left the lie that it was a one time and it wasn't ongoing. Turns out there's been lots of lies over the past year. So as far as he knows in terms of the proof, it's 1 whole year this has been going on. But she said, one time. She's going to get notified of the divorce tomorrow. Holy shit, this guy moves fast. She has no idea that it's coming. Well, maybe she wants that. Think about that. Maybe she wants that, and maybe she left the trail behind on purpose that this guy finds out, and then she can go off with her lover. But usually those lovers doesn't turn out that way or work out. Says here, what I'm torn on is whether I keep checking to see if she confides about the divorce decisions to understand her frame of mind for the legal disputes. It's hard to read that stuff, and there was a lot of graphic and specific reliving of their SEX together. I'm sure I'll be scarred by that for a long time. I still can't decide whether I should just stop checking or use it or call her out on it. I wouldn't say anything. I'd gather as much evidence as possible. Everything. Conversations, pictures, videos, anything. And keep quiet about it, act like everything's fine. But he said he's going to divorce her tomorrow. But how's he going to... Obviously, he's just going to say we're done. But I would keep it quiet. Speak to a divorce attorney, get everything lined up, then hammer her. Gives her less time to prepare. I'm trying to keep the divorce from becoming contested and hoping she will just take a deal and move on without a fight. But part of me wants to throw this in her face. Rat out the guy to his wife, etc. The reasonable part of me says there'll be time for that after we get an agreement done. Just having a lot of conflicting feelings processing this right now. All this has happened in the span of less than 2 weeks. Since this has come up, I have an attorney and I'm following their advice so far. Good. Very good. Listen to your lawyer. And hell, it may even be in his benefit to get a female lawyer. But, like I said, I gotta wonder if she's banking that she'll then go on with a relationship with her lover. But he said that the lover's married. Shocker. And that he'll leave his wife and run off with her. A lot of these stories go where the woman's hooking up with a married guy and then expects him to leave the wife and family, and he doesn't, and she's up shit creek, and then she's begging for forgiveness for the guy she was cheating on. So, the best thing this guy can do, no reconciliation. I would advise he listens to his attorney, does everything that he or she says, plays it cool, uses all that evidence, and if he wants to strike later on down the road, no problem, once things are done, but anyway, guys, it just goes to show you, again, you always trust your gut, red flags, never buy that it was only one time bullshit, because I guarantee you never get the truth. And keep an eye on the social media and all that, because it's amazing the trail that can be left behind electronically. I wish this guy the absolute best.